If you are experiencing a noisy mind, try this, which is simply being aware of the gaps in between thoughts. The noise of your mind is just thoughts. It's just the activity of thoughts, thoughts appearing and disappearing. Now realize that you can only experience one thought at a time. There's thought one, and then there's thought two. Now, instead of paying so much attention to the thoughts, I want you to pay attention to the gaps in between the thoughts, the space between thought one and thought two. And this space is stillness and silence. You're experiencing a noisy mind because you're paying attention to the noise instead of the silence that is always present. Simply shift your attention to the silence that's in between each thought. And by shifting the attention to the silence that's in between each thought, you start noticing that the thoughts are more spread out. You start noticing that there's more and more of this silence in between the thoughts. Thought one and thought two now appear like this. There's more space in between the thoughts. And when there's more space, when there's more silence in between each thought, the mind doesn't feel so noisy. It also doesn't feel so active because, like I said, each space is actually silence and stillness. By shifting your attention from the activity of thoughts and the noise of the thoughts and shifting it to the space in between each thought, you start experiencing more silence and stillness because that's what that space is. It's a silent and still space. You start experiencing more stillness and silence within yourself. And you stop experiencing so much noise and activity or busyness, a busy, noisy mind, as most people experience. And it's just about shifting the attention from the thoughts to the space in between the thoughts. And you notice already that the mind becomes more still and silent. It's not going to become totally silent and it's not going to become totally still. So let go of that idea. Let go of that thought. You're simply allowing the thoughts to be as they are, without resisting them, without judging them, without touching them or playing with them. And just allow the thoughts to appear one at a time, as they always do. And then simply pay attention to the space that appears in between the thoughts. And what you'll notice is that space is actually always here now. It's always present. The space is not appearing. It's actually the thoughts that are appearing in the space. That space is not just in between each thought. That space is before thoughts arise. It's there during thoughts. It's there after thoughts. The thoughts are appearing in the space that is always silent and still. Shifting your attention and becoming aware of this space that the thoughts are appearing one at a time within allows you to experience more of the stillness and silence that is always present. Hopefully this helps. I'll see you in the next one.